You see, I can understand if you have to prove yourself to Zidane, to Beckenbauer, to a Pele, to a Maradona, rest in peace, to a Cruyff, rest in peace, to a Pirlo, to a Thuram, a Desailly, a Cannavaro, a Baresi. You have to prove yourself to a dude called Daniel Mills? You see, let me just be clear here. I have spoken about this ad nauseum, both on the lives and videos, that Varane has deficiencies. And anytime you go to a new country or a new league, you have to reacclimatize, you have to adapt, and there's always that adaptation period. Sometimes people adapt like that, but for most players, even the very best players, you have to adapt, you know? And sometimes it just doesn't work out. So it's like Cannavaro is seen as one of the best defenders of his generation, maybe a top 10, top 15 defender of all time. He didn't do well at Real Madrid. It didn't work out, you know? So 100%, Varane will have to make readjustments because it was going to a new league. But the way that Danny Mills is talking, the way that this dude is talking, it's as if the Premier League is this some kind of zenith pinnacle and Varane will only arrive. The only way that Varane is going to arrive is if he says what's up by coming into the Premier League. And I'm like, this is peak. Like, this is peak to the top of the table. This is peak arrogance. It is 100% peak arrogance because, excuse me, on what level? How? I mean, how and for what reason does Danny Mills think that Varane needs to prove himself to him? The Varane needs to prove himself to the Premier. Like, how is it in 2021 people who have done it need to prove themselves in the Premier? And the worst thing is that at least Danny Mills, show me your World Cup medal, show me your UCL medal, show me sign so that people can take you seriously. Because if Beckenbauer said he needs to prove himself, all right, okay, I get it. You know, it's Beckenbauer. If Desailly, all right, it's Desailly so far. Like, wait, mate, who are you? Who are you? And the scary thing is, do you realize that this dude is a look at his finger very close. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. He is a 4-time Champions League winner. Do you know what it means to perform in the Champions League? I know this isn't a case of Aboloa or he was just attached to things. Do you know what it means to not only win the Champions League 4 times, but to be a performer there? This ain't Norwich. This ain't Burnley. This ain't Southampton. This is no riff-raff teams. The Champions League represents the very highest level in club football. Hence why the clue is in the title, Champions League. Keyword champions. And him, alongside Ramos, were critical, not important. So, you know, they played the role, critical in Real Madrid getting these trophies because remember, they were not a defensive team. They're not a defensive team. They were a very attacking team under Zidane. And because we're a very attacking team, him and Ramos had to do a lot of defending. And Varane was money. Again, go look at that 2018 run. So how is a guy who has 4 Champions Leagues, was a major part of those Champions Leagues, was a starting defender of the Champions League, and performed at a high level in an attacking system under Zidane against Bayern? Like the 2018 run, they faced everybody. A very good Liverpool side. Bayern Munich with Heinkes, Uncle Heinkes, PSG. It's like they faced it. And through those years, they faced everybody. And Varane and people held us. So how does a guy who has performed at such a level in the Champions League still need to prove himself to Daniel Jeremiah Mills? Again, let me repeat myself. Of course, everybody has to adapt. Everybody has to adapt. But my gosh, he's like, have some respect. So my question to Danny Mills is, does him winning 4 Champions Leagues and being one of the best, most important players for Real Madrid in those Champions League wins, does that mean anything? Does that mean anything? Does it mean anything performing at the highest, most difficult stage in club football mean anything? You know, because him bringing that experience, it's got to campus, him being able to recollect and draw upon what it means to perform in a big game, to perform under pressure. Because I remember that Bayern Munich game, the 2018, I think it was the semi, especially that second leg where Bayern came at these dudes and he had to hold firm against the likes of, you know, Kimmich, Lewandowski, so like where they were coming for him. So does that mean anything? You know, does that mean anything to this dude? You know, where he had to keep a whole Robert Lewandowski quiet. And it doesn't stop there. You know, because you know how I roll. I'm a merchant, man. Does this mean anything to you? Daniel Jeremiah Mills, easy. Speak up. I can't hear you. Does this mean anything? Look at this image. No. Look at this image. Does this mean anything to you? Okay. I'll help you out. That, you know, the thing he's holding right there, that's golden piece of metal with a little bit of green there. It's called a World Cup. Now, you may not know what this is, and you may not know what it's like to hold this. So I'm explaining to you, this is Zenith. This is the pinnacle. This ain't an EPL trophy. Okay? This is the World Cup. This is the greatest, highest honor you can receive in football. I would argue it's the greatest, highest honor you can receive in sports. That's just the best person in me. And in a defensive team, he was a critical member of that World Cup win. So, and again, you look, I say, you have to, for me, I'm a guy that's, the devil is in the detail. I look in the details. I don't talk in general, just look in the details. Go watch that France-Belgium game again. I know I speak about Hazard, and I still feel like Hazard was money in that game. Look at Varane's performance in that game against what I believe was the best side at the World Cup. For me, Belgium were the best team. So the best team doesn't always win, but for me, the best team were Belgium. Look at Varane's performance in that game, specifically what he did aerially and how he shut down De Bruyne, Lukaku, Hazard, and everyone that came forth. And that is a big-time performance in a World Cup semi-final. So again, I say to Daniel Jeremiah Mills, I know he has to adapt. I know that he has to now acclimatize himself to a more physical, faster game in the Premier League. But my gosh, have some all I ask is just have some respect. That's all I ask for. Just have a little bit of respect. It is the lack of respect this guy is showing to a multiple UCL winner, World Cup winner. I know talk about Hazard and everything, but I believe, now I would have said Hazard was the man of the match in that game, but that's just me. But I think officially, the man of the match was Varane in that World Cup semi, because I remember, maybe you guys could tell me in the comments, I think Varane was man of the match in that semi. So look at what he did in that World Cup semi, what he did throughout the World Cup, where people argued that he was probably the best, the most consistent player for France. And you look at what he did in the Champions League. Does it mean anything? Does it not mean anything to you, bro? Like, look at the accolades. 4 CLs, 4 Club World Cups, 3 UEFA Super Cups, 3 La Ligas, 1 Copa del Rey, 3 Spanish Super Cups, and a World Cup. Daniel Jeremiah Mills, does this not mean anything to you? Does this not mean anything to you? For me, it's like, I think, see, I say that, the Premier League is the most competitive league based on just how closely teams are together and so forth. But there are people that need to get their head out of their asses with regards to how they talk about the Premier League. Because for me, I'm a logical guy. I deal in logic and so forth. And in the last 10 years, La Liga teams have won more European trophies than Premier League teams. And that's, for me, I'm sorry, that is proof that La Liga is on a higher level because they have performed better in European competition. So, But you put that to one side. This is a guy who has performed, not played, performed at the highest level. There is no higher level than a Champions League final in club football. There is no higher level than a World Cup. So what are we saying? So this is a guy who has performed in multiple, not one, multiple Champions League finals, multiple big games against the very best, Bayern, PSG, Liverpool, so forth. But that's not enough for Daniel Jeremiah Mills. Come on, bro. I mean, people just need to chill. People just need to freaking chill, man. God damn it, man. Becoming Patreon member, gain access to my blog, get access to exclusive videos, and also get access to the podcast of the Saturday and the Sunday hangouts. Head over to patreon.com/halfup to gain all these goodies while also supporting your boy HH.